I'm Claire Peterson in the halls of Valley Christian. The Oshkosh Private School is planning for a major expansion. More details coming up.
Then, Wisconsin filmmakers are getting a big boost this spring. How a new state tax credit program could put money back in their pockets and how much they could save. Plus, Green Bay's annual boat show returns this weekend. There's something brand new this year. A live report from the Resch this morning on NBC 26 Today.
Local voices, local stories. Wake up with news from your neighborhood. This is NBC 26 Today.
Boats, pontoons, and everything in between. That's what's on full display here at the annual boat show in Green Bay, kicking off this weekend. Good morning and thank you so much for waking up with us. I'm McLeod Hageman, sharing what's brand new for you this year and what you and your family can expect when you show up here on Friday or later on this weekend. But first, NBC 26 Today meteorologist Jordan Brennan is tracking the very latest conditions moving across northeast Wisconsin. Jordan, I've been saying it all morning long, being around these boats makes me think about summer. I know that the forecast that you have for this weekend's looking pretty nice. Maybe not summer nice, but still looking pretty decent.
Yeah, in comparison to some of the temperatures we were seeing just a couple of weeks ago, it might feel a little bit like summer, but not quite boating weather coming our way this weekend, and we are not quite there yet. Temperatures this morning actually starting off pretty cold, especially in some of those areas further up in the northwest. So right now, Pembine, Mountain, Antigo, right around 0 degrees to start off the day. Now, most people waking up to temperatures in the mid to lower teens, which is still pretty chilly to start off the day, but across the area, seeing quite the range in our temperatures. It goes from 2 in Mountain, 7 in Oconto, 10 in Green Bay, 19 in Appleton. So like I said, quite the range in temperatures this morning. Although one thing helping out is the fact that our winds are very calm and light. So not having to worry about wind chills as you get going today and as you get heading out the door. Just make sure you are grabbing that jacket. We're starting to see that sunrise. We're about 20 or so minutes away from sunrise. Plenty of light outside as we're starting to get later into this morning with plenty of clouds in our skies. Going to see those clouds clear out as we get into the afternoon and temperatures that are going to get into the lower 30s.
We have reporters spread across northeast Wisconsin, bringing you the stories that matter most. And lately, we've reported on declining enrollment and funding for public schools across Wisconsin. But private schools are facing a different outlook, including a private Christian school in Oshkosh that's preparing to build a brand new high school.
I'm your Oshkosh neighborhood reporter Claire Peterson in the halls of Valley Christian, where the private school is planning for a major expansion. And the project comes just as private schooling is more popular than ever in Wisconsin.
When the bell rings, Valley Christian's halls quickly fill up. Junior Marion Getz has spent her entire school career at Valley Christian.
My class in kindergarten had like 19 kids in it.
Now kindergarten classes have about 70 kids.
Finish this up.
To account for the growth, they're building a new $14.5 million high school.
We have a lot of students in this space and in the spaces that we have, the buildings that we have, and it just having another building is going to allow us to do what we're doing even better.
Valley Christian isn't alone in its growth. The Department of Public Instruction shows private school enrollment increased by 7,400 students between 2020 and 2025, while public school enrollment decreased by 24,000 students.
The school tells me they hope to start construction early this spring. In Oshkosh, I'm Claire Peterson, NBC 26.
I'm your Door County neighborhood reporter, Hannah Lopez, and the Door County Film Festival is back for its 17th year. And this time, a new state tax incentive has filmmakers talking about what this could mean for the future of homegrown films. What started as a simple movie night at a friend's coffee shop has grown into a 3-day film festival, now drawing more than 500 attendees each year. And now there's even more excitement for Wisconsin filmmakers. A new state incentive program begins this spring.
If you're saving money, for example, on hotel rooms, on catering, on gear rental, on crew hires, that percentage then stays within the state. And that
filmmaker and actor Kurt Kraus was in Madison advocating for the program, offering up to 30% back on in-state production costs, capped at $250,000 per project. With the new incentive, Kraus hopes that more local films will become part of this festival's tradition. In Door County, Hannah Lopez, NBC 26.
Wisconsin is home to dozens of film festivals celebrating everything from world cinema to local horror flicks. The Wisconsin Film Festival in Madison runs April 9th through the 16th, and it's the largest university-produced festival in the country. Milwaukee's festival follows right after, with more than 200 films in 2 weeks. From Green Bay's year-round screenings to Eau Claire's Weird Fest, there's something for every movie lover.
Inside the Winnebago County Jail, many of our neighbors hit their rock bottom. I'm Kyle Angelier speaking with two people who, through a relatively new program, were able to find hope and a path forward from inside these walls.
I was hopeless. I was actually defeated. I was at a point where I was ready to tap out.
For Zach Sweary, life outside of his addiction seemed impossible.
I never thought that recovery would be something that would work for me. I thought that was always something that the end of a fairy tale.
It took Zach decades of substance abuse and years in and out of jail cells before he found a local program that finally made a difference.
I just started to experience a shift. For one time in my life, I didn't feel completely hopeless. I was seeing this work for people around me, and the people around me had what I wanted.
One of those people, Jeff Ringenberg.
All of our coaches have lived experience through addiction, through alcoholism, and a lot of us has been in and out of jails most of our lives, me included.
Ringenberg is a peer recovery coach who knows Zach's struggles because he's lived them. He works directly with Zach through the STAR program, showing him recovery was possible because he'd made that same journey himself.
Already there's this kind of understanding where you kind of get each other. And it's not a huge thing, but it does kind of give us a leg up. It's like, I know where you've been. I know what it feels like, and I can relate to him on that level, and let me show you how I got on the other side of it.
Officials say the program is unlike others in the country, allowing people with criminal histories into jail to help others inside, showing them a way out to a sober, clean life.
I never thought I'd be 2 years sober because I suffered for 25 years straight.
In 2 years, they've helped over 1,000 people, and to celebrate, people in the program and even Winnebago officers painted a mural.
1, 2, 3.
Right in the heart of the jail.
Finding somebody that is as hopeless or was as hopeless as I once was, and instilling a little bit of hope and that they can do this it's probably the biggest gift that I've gotten from all of this.
This mural will stay in this relatively colorless room as a reminder of, yes, both the darkness of addiction, but also of the hope that they're working towards. In Winnebago County, Kyle Angelier, NBC 26.
Well, brand new boats of all shapes and sizes are on full display here at the boat show, kicking off tomorrow at the Resch. And joining us live this morning is Terry Charles with PMI Entertainment. Terry, thank you so much for waking up with us. We're on one of these really impressive brand new boats. I have to tell you, a few years ago, being on one myself, this is completely different in comparison to what we're experiencing from boats from yesteryear. When folks show up here for this weekend, what can they experience when they walk in the doors?
You can experience every type of boat almost imaginable.
Yeah.
So we're sitting on a pontoon, obviously a very popular boat in Wisconsin, great for rivers and for lakes and stuff, and parties, I guess. But there are larger boats here. We have paddle boards, we've got kayaks, and we've got bigger boats, basically, and we've got accessories. So you have that boat already, and maybe you need a new boat cover, or you have the boat in the water and you need a new dock.
Yeah.
That's here as well. But the biggest thing people need to know is that the dealers have come to really price to sell their merchandise. I mean, that's a fact, but whether it's an RV and camping show or the boat show like this is, people know that the prices at a show are extraordinarily good. So that's the big thing to know, and just come out, have fun. It's a great event.
Yeah, just talking about that a little bit, this isn't just a boat show. There's a little bit of entertainment here as well. Walk us through that.
Yeah, so the Team Winnebago Land education stage has presentations on cooking, maybe how you want to grill or cook by your boat. We've got fishing experts here doing demonstrations.
Very nice.
We actually have a distillery from the Algoma area that will have samples for high-end bourbon and other spirits. So again, we try to make this an event that, yes, we want you to come and see the watercraft, see the boats, hopefully buy a boat, but there's more to do than that. It's mingle, It's maybe grab a beer, walk around, chat with like-minded people,
Yeah.
really, and get the spring fever started.
Yes. Speaking of that, we are definitely feeling that as well. Terry, thank you so much for your time. Jordan, I know that you're feeling the spring fever over there in the studio, forecasting beautiful conditions for this weekend. Probably not nice enough to be on a boat just yet, but hey, we're getting close.
Yeah, the weather this weekend absolutely going to get a lot of people in that spring fever feeling, getting ready for these warmer temperatures. Now this morning, weather's going to be nice, so it might look like a nice day for some boating. A lot of us waking up to a couple of clouds in the sky as that sun does start to rise. However, temperatures not anywhere close to boating weather. As you're stepping out the door to go to work, temperature is going to be in the lower teens. And by the time that the workday is coming to a close, in the lower 30s at the end of the day.
Next on NBC 26, ahead of Valentine's Day, addressing credit card debt with your loved one. Tips for couples at any stage. That's still ahead on NBC 26 today.
With more reporters in more neighborhoods across Northeast Wisconsin, this is NBC 26 News.